How's it going, everyone? So I'm Laz Pieper. I'm the research director at the DeFi Education Fund. And this is Gavin. He's our policy lead. We do policy advocacy for decentralized finance. Basically, we're here to make sure that this technology proliferates in the United States and globally. So for market structure, we have some very core missions to that. True to our pillars, we want to make sure that users are empowered to use this technology, that developers are empowered to build it, and that this technology can be championed here in the United States. With that, in market structure, we want to make sure that developers and service providers are protected from like ill-suited registration requirements. As you know, there's the Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act, which we have fully supported from Majority Whip Tom Emmer, as well as advocating for a fix to Title 18, Section 1960, which has led to some wrongful prosecutions of developers out in the Southern District of New York. And we hope that people can continue to build here in the United States. Lastly, the Keep Your Coins Act. We support that implementation in legislation that would prohibit the federal government from prohibiting the ability for users to self-custody their own assets. We think this is very fundamental to the freedoms that this technology enables, and it's essential to property rights here in the United States. So with that, we want to make sure that all these things are here in market structure legislation. So far with the Senate banking, it looks like a pretty positive development so far. So I'll hand it over to Gavin for him to talk about that a little bit more in detail.
Hey guys, my name is Gavin. I'm DEF's policy lead. We recently put together a industry coalition letter a couple weeks ago aimed at protecting developers of software and also blockchain infrastructure under market structure legislation. We put together the largest coalition letter, as far as we know, in the industry's history, to call on Congress to include protections for software developers in market structure legislation. So we were able to get 115 co-signers on that, including everything from centralized exchanges to trading firms to DeFi developer companies, also foundations, and we put together that letter and we sent it to the Senate Banking Committee, and we were very successful. The most recent draft of the Responsible Financial Innovation Act contains an entire title, Title V, aimed at protecting software developers. Section 501 particularly is important to us because it respects the differences between DeFi and CeFi in legislation. And it also includes stuff like the BRCA, self-custody protections, and also it protects developers. So we're super happy with that movement, but it's super important to stay vigilant as we move forward with the markup, and then also as Senate Agriculture Committee puts out their draft. But we think that the letter that we put together and our efforts really underscores like when we stand united as an industry, regardless of like our business models or special interests, that like we are very effective. And like at the end of the day, crypto is software, and it's important to ensure that people can build it here in the United States. And in order for that to happen, any market structure bill should respect the differences between developers that write code and centralized intermediaries that custody and control user funds. So thank you. I know a lot of people in the room signed our letter, and we're super happy with where things are going. And we think that if we can continue to stand together as an industry as we move forward here, that it can be a positive outcome. So thank you.